Boys, welcome back to the channel. Just going for a morning walk right now. Currently I'm in Queenstown, New Zealand. Now, let's check out the views. Huge steep hill that I'm walking on right now. As you guys can see, gotta make sure I don't lose my footing here. Yeah, the sun rises a little bit late over here. It's currently near 8:30, and yeah, I guess you can have a nice sleep in. Needed this quiet trip. I'm only here for a week, and this town seems like it's like a very nice, calm, cool town. Not too much going on, mostly tourist stuff, but amazing, beautiful scenery. And today I just want to talk about resetting. Why sometimes we need a reset. You know, a lot of these motivational people would say, "Oh, try to build a life you don't want to escape from," and 100%, we definitely should be working towards building a life that we don't need to escape from. And look at this. We found a nice spot to sit down. Got the wide angle lens on. Really like it. Made the shots look wider, and you know, for you guys to see the scenery that I have behind me. What I've figured out, what I've learned recently, is that the biggest risk you can take is working and relying on one single employer. And I know it's a reality for most people, but there is a reality out there where you can build your own life, you know, your own income. And it's not to say that you can make $10,000 a day. You know, there's crazy numbers those fake gurus would say. If you can replace your income that you currently make, that you're surviving on, let's say if you can make the same amount of income or a little bit more doing your own thing, that'll be enough. This trip was what I needed. I needed an escape, you know, to be quite fair. You know, and a lot of people won't admit that, you know, but a lot of people would just escape all the time and not use time to think. But for me, this holiday is about escaping and just really reflecting and thinking about my next move. I'm very grateful in the position I'm in. All the setbacks I've had this year, all the red blocks, all the no's, all the delays were there for a reason. It was a sign from God to really redirect my path. And, you know, I'm more inspired than I was in the beginning of the year. And if I can help some people along the way, like I said, very happy. And just admiring this view, it's freezing. Just me here. Sort of reminds me of Japan, Mount Fuji area, the little town that you go there. I forgot the name, but it really reminds me of that. Nice, slow life. Sometimes you just take the break, take the time to, you know, escape. Sometimes you need to book that little holiday, that little trip. It doesn't have to be international. It could be, you know, locally, and get away somewhere. And don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for, you know, looking after yourself, because at the end of the day, you only have yourself, the person in the mirror, to look after. That's going to look after you till the end, right? And life is way too short to be controlled by a toxic work environment. And that's what my channel's for. To build a life out of it, to escape and say yes to yourself. After going through all these investigations and HR issues that are not even that serious, you know what I mean? But when it comes to a 9 to 5, they want control. They want people that are compliant, people that don't want to talk against the system. And fortunately, that's who I am. I speak my mind. I say exactly how it is. You know, I'm not into those political fake corporate games. And, you know, a lot of people are. You know, a lot of people would, you know, conform. But that's not who I am. And it makes life difficult because, you know, you're not bred for the normal daily corporate life. You know, some people might think that's negative, but in my eyes, that's exactly how I'm wired, and which is the reason why the route to entrepreneurism or business or creating your own path is what I'm trying to do. Just ending my walk after a little sit down. We're just gonna walk back to the my accommodation and find some more things to do here. I'll return with some more videos in Queenstown. It's absolutely freezing. Should have brought my gloves. Can't feel my hands right now. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. And take you guys along with me. So I'll end it right here. I'll see you guys in the next video.